A CBRI method, or in this case what we do is we find out the cost of material and labor. Okay, in a CBRI method there are some equations which are given to us by the agency, that is CBRI Roorkee. So Central Building Research Institute have given us some equations or some empirical equations based on their experience and based on their specifications for construction of G+1 structure or single story structure, double story structure and 4-story structure. Okay, so what are they saying is they have given us some empirical equations, some arbitrary empirical equations. So these equations will help us in finding out the quantity of material and quantity of labor required per square meter of a plinth area. So again in this case, or again in this method, we have to find out the plinth area, as these empirical equations are based on the plinth area. Okay, so these equations are developed by CBRI Roorkee, and that is nothing but Central Building Research Institute, that is based in Roorkee. Okay, so this Central Building Research Institute has given us the equations for single story building, double story building and 4-story building. Okay, so these equations are for single story, double story, 4-story, and it will give us the quantity of material, various types of materials which are used and various types of labors which are used. And these equations are only applicable for the plinth area if it is ranging between, so plinth area should range between 30 to 300 meters square. So if your plinth area is ranging between 30 to 300 meters square, in that case only, and if that particular structure is a single story structure, double story structure or 4-story structure, in that case only you can use this CBRI method or these empirical equations. So we will see one by one what are these empirical equations which are given to us. Okay, but before this we will see what are the specifications they have considered while evaluating or while developing these equations. So specifications for single story and double story buildings were like this. Foundation, we have to provide a foundation of concrete 1:5:10. So then what kind of a brickwork we have to provide? So they have provided this kind of a brickwork. So for external wall or load bearing wall or main walls, they have considered 23 centimeter thick wall. Then for internal wall or partition wall, they have considered 11 centimeter thick wall. Then they have provided some RCC work or some steel in the lintels and beams and chhajjas. Okay, so for flooring they have to provide this much thick concrete, and for roof also they have to provide some lime concrete of this much thickness. So this kind of a structure they have built, and from this particular specification they have arrived at the equations for single story and double story. So these equations will be applicable if you want to build a structure which is having a similar kind of a specification, and it is if it is in the range of 30 to 300 meters square. So 30 to 300 meters square of a area, and a structure having a single story and a double story, and if it is having a similar kind of specification, then only you can use this CBRI method. Okay, so as these equations have been developed from this particular specification, the specification should be nearly same so that you can use it. Similarly, some different specifications or similar specifications we have to use for 4-story only, but some minor modifications are there. Those modifications are mentioned here. Okay, so these minor specifications changes are there, and if we want to build a 4-story RCC frame structure, using all these specifications. So if this also if it is ranging between 30 to 300 meter square, then only we can use this equation. So now we'll see what are these particular equations which are developed or given by CBRI. Okay, so as you can see over here, it is the table which is showing the material. So different types of materials are there: bricks, cement, steel, sand, coarse aggregate, brick aggregate, lime, surki, then paint and primer. So different kind of materials are there, and they have given us the equation for single story, then double story, and a 4-story structure. The specifications were discussed in a previous slide, so you can go back and check the specifications. So if we have to build a single story structure having the same kind of a specification, and if the area is ranging between 30 to 300 meter square, then we can use this particular equations. Okay, similarly, if we want to build double story structure and having a same kind of almost same kind of a specification, and if it is between 30 to 300 meter square, then we can use this set of equations. Similarly, we can use this set of equations also. Okay, so these are related to material. So if we can see over here, if we consider the cement, and if we want to build a single story structure, what formula we have to use? We have to use this particular formula, and if we use this formula, we will get the quantity of cement in terms of tons. And if you can see in this particular equation, it is 0.153 A plus 0.57. And what is this A? It is nothing but a plinth area. So as we have discussed earlier also, this method is developed or based on the area, and where this area is a plinth area. So you can see in each and every equation there is this plinth area which is involved. So if this particular area is 100, so you will just have to multiply this 1.153 into 100 plus 0.57. So it will be 15.87. So if you can see over here, your quantity of cement will be how much? It will be 15.87, and what is the unit? It is in terms of tons. So you will require 15.87 tons of cement for a single story structure. Okay, if you just multiply this or if you just solve this particular equation, you will get the quantity of steel in terms of kg. Okay, so the unit is also mentioned over here. So all these units are mentioned. So whatever the values you will get, those will be in terms of these units. Okay, so you will get the lime in terms of quintal, then primer in terms of liters, coarse aggregate in terms of meter cube, cubic is nothing but meter cube, then bricks you will get in terms of percentage number. Okay, so these are the equations which we use for calculating the quantity of material. Similarly, there are some equations which are given for calculating the quantity of labor also. Okay, so you can see there are different types of labors: masons, carpenter, painter, blacksmith, and mazdoor and everything. So you'll just have to substitute the area here. If you can see in every equation there is a plinth area which is involved. So if you just solve these equations, you will get the quantity of mason for single story, double story, and 4-story structure. If you can see, these equations are based on a plinth area. So your A, which is mentioned in this each and every equation, is your plinth area in terms of meter square. Okay, so we'll just take one numerical based on it. So if you can see in this Excel sheet, the same single story, double story, 4-story, all the equations I have inputted in this particular chart. Similarly, this equations are given for masons, carpenter, and the other types of labors. So, and this is the rate sheet that is that I have circulated earlier, or the wages of labor, and the cost per unit quantity of material is also mentioned. So this rate sheet I will have to use to calculate the total cost of a structure. Why? Because quantity into rate will give me the cost for that particular material or for that particular labor. Okay, so the numerical we will take. So it states that prepare an approximate estimate of quantities of various materials and the number of laborers required to construct a single story residential building having a plinth area of 100 meters square. Thereby determine the approximate cost of the building after calculating the quantities of material and the number of laborers. So what they are saying is calculate the quantity of material and the number of laborers which are required, and once you calculate this quantity, then multiply it by the rate and get the total cost. So approximate cost of the building after calculating the quantities of material and labor we have to find out. Okay, so this particular equation where we have to substitute the plinth area, which is equal to 100 square meter. Okay, so 100 square meter is a plinth area and it is a single storied residential building. So it is a single storied building, so these equations I will have to use. Okay, so whatever these equations are there, I will have to use these equations and I will have to substitute all this A with 100 because the plinth area is given to us as 100. Okay, so what we will do is we will just type the area, that is 100 meters square, and the type of a structure I will just select it as a single story structure. So single story structure, once I select, it will give me all the equations. So in an exam also they may ask you to find out the cost. So in that case you will have to mention all these equations. So once you mention all these equations, so if you can see for a cement it is 0.153A plus 0.57. So it is 0.153A plus 0.57. For mason it is 1.335A plus 28. 1.335A plus 28. So whatever the equations are there for single story, I have just mentioned it over here. And what will be the next step? I will have to substitute all these A values. So all these A values will be 100, as the plinth area here which is given to us is 100 meters square. So I will just enter all the A values as 100 or substitute A as 100, and I will try to get the values for various types of materials and the values for various types of labors. Okay, so if you can see over here, the quantity which is given as per the CBRI unit, yes, so it is if you can see in this particular table, the unit is percentage number. So percentage number, you have to convert it in terms of numbers. So if you can see in this particular rate sheet, so you have to find out the amount, right? So how will you find out the amount? Amount will be equal to quantity into rate, right? So rate of the particular brick is, if you can see in this particular sheet, the rate of the brick, so standard brick is 6 rupees per number, right? So your standard unit is numbers, but your quantity which is calculated is percentage number. So you have to convert this percentage number into a standard quantity or standard unit, that is numbers. So how will you convert this percentage numbers into numbers? So you'll have to multiply it by 100. It is correct? Yes. So you'll have to multiply this percentage number into 100 so that you will get the quantity in terms of numbers. So I will just multiply this by 100. So I will get 29,280 bricks which are required for a single story building. And what is the rate of this particular bricks? So rate, if you can see over here, standard bricks rate is 6 rupees. So I will just substitute the rate, that is 6 rupees. So 29,280 bricks will require 1,75,680 rupees. Okay. So similarly, we will have to find out for cement also. Cement we have got in terms of tons. So 15.87 tons of cement is required for constructing a single story structure. But if you can see over here, the rate of a cement is in terms of rupees, and that is per bag. Okay, so this is a unit. So unit is per bag, and the cost of one cement bag is 350 rupees. So we have to convert this in terms of bags. So this tons we have to convert in terms of bags. So cement quantity is 15.87 tons. So we have to convert it in terms of bags. So how will you convert this? Bag of cement is equal to 50 kg of cement. Okay, so one bag is equal to 50 kg of cement. So you have to convert this tons into kgs because that is convertible thing. So 1 ton is equal to how many kgs? So 1 ton is equal to 1000 kg. So 15.87 tons will be equal to 15.87 into 1000 kgs. Okay, so this many kgs of cement will be required, but we have the rate in terms of bags, so we have to convert this in terms of bags only. So number of bags will be how much? 15.87 into 1000 divided by 50. So this many bags will be required. 317.4 bags will be required. So this is how we have converted it into a number of bags. Okay, so 317.4 bags are required. So I can say it as 318 bags are required. So 318 will be my standard quantity. Okay, and the rate is 350 rupees. So it is this much of a cost which will be required, 1,11,000 rupees. Then steel is in terms of kg. So 1816 kg of a steel is required. And if you see over here, the rate of steel is in terms of kg. So it can be in terms of tons also. So it is 40,000 rupees per ton or 40 rupees per kg which is required. So this is in terms of kg and the quantity is also in terms of kg. So I will just mention it, 1816 into 40 rupees. So it will be 72,640 rupees will be required for steel. Okay, so then we'll have to find out for sand. Sand is in terms of cubic, that is meter cube, and your rate of sand is, river sand is in terms of meter cube, or crushed sand also, nowadays we use crushed sand, so that is also in terms of meter cube. So everything is in terms of meter cube and your quantity is also in terms of meter cube. We'll use the river sand, so rate is 3001. So it is 40 meter cube of sand is required and the rate is 3001. So you will get the amount for this particular thing. Okay, so if you can see for this all these things, coarse aggregate and brick aggregate, the unit is cubic, so meter cube is the unit. So coarse aggregate meter cube, coarse aggregate 40 mm down meter cube, brick aggregate is also meter cube, surkhi is also meter cube. Okay, so all these are in terms of meter cube. So whatever the values we have got, those are correct. So I will just copy this and I will paste it. And surkhi is also in terms of meter cube, so it is same standard quantity. So these are in terms of meter cube. So I will just take the rates. Rates are for 20 mm down it is 1130. So 20 mm down is 1130. For 40 mm down it is 1059. So I will just substitute the values, 1059. Brick aggregate if you see over here, it is 1827 rupees. So 1827 rupees. And the surkhi, if you can see, surkhi rate is 950 rupees. It is just an admixture that we use for in a concrete. Okay, so the rate is 950 rupees. So whenever we are just substituting these values, we are getting the cost. Okay, so then timber and frame and shutters are there. So if you can see in this, finished frames and shutter, meter cube, it is the unit is meter cube and the cost is, or the rate is 12,000 rupees. So unit is meter cube, so cubic is there, so 2.13 cubic, and the rate is 12,000 rupees. So we'll get the cost. Primer and paint is in terms of liters. So this we have got in terms of liters. We'll just have to check the rates. Rates are also, it is in terms of liter. The rate is 120. And the paints, so whatever paint you have to provide, synthetic enamel paint or plastic emulsion paint, whatever paint you will like, you can use it. So it is also in terms of liter, and the rate is 250 rupees. So primer is 120 and plastic emulsion paint is 250. So I will just take those rates, and it is in terms of liters. So these values I can take directly as it is. Primer is 120 and the paint is 250 rupees per liter. So that I've got the value over here. The only thing that is remaining is lime. Lime, once we have calculated, it is 14.15 quintal. So this many quintal of lime is required. But if you can see in this particular thing, lime is in terms of kg. So we have to convert this quintal in terms of kgs. So how will you convert this quintal in terms of kgs? Because the rate is 5 rupees per kg. So we have to convert this quintal in terms of kgs. So 1 quintal is equal to 100 kg. So you'll have to multiply this by 100. So 14.15 into 100. So I will get the quantity. That is 1415 and the rate is 5 rupees. So whatever the amount is there, that I have got. Okay. So this is how we can find out the cost of various materials. Similarly, we have to find out the cost of labor also. So just put all the values in this. Okay. So A will be equal to plinth area, that is equal to, in this particular sum it is 100. So we have got the values directly, and this labors we have got in days. Okay. So this rate is also in terms of days. So for head mason we have to pay 800 rupees per day. For mason we have to pay 600 rupees per day, and per day of 8 hours of works are considered. So here also we are getting the labor in terms of days. So we just have to consider this as a standard quantity, and the rates we have to take it from a rate sheet. So mason, he is having the rate of 600 rupees. Carpenter, he is having the rate. So carpenter, if you see, 700 rupees. So 700. Then painter, so if you can see over here, painter is having the rate of 600 rupees per day. So his wages are 600 rupees per day. Blacksmith is nothing but barbender or the someone who is related to the steel work. So barbender is there. So his rate is also 600 rupees per day. So 600. And the mazdoors, so it can be male mazdoor also, it can be female mazdoor also. They are taking 450 rupees per day. So your rate of a mazdoor is 450 rupees. So you just have to multiply this quantity into rate, then you will be able to get the amount, and you just have to add all these things to get the total cost of the labor. You'll just have to add all these things to get the total cost of the material. Okay, so this will be total cost of a material. So for that I will have to add all these things. Okay, so 5,76,190 rupees will be required for material, and 4,21,565 rupees will be required for labor for construction of single story structure having a plinth area of 100 meter square. So this is how you have to solve the numerical based on CBRI method, and CBRI method is there for single story, double story, 4 story. So if in this particular case, if they are asking you to find out the cost for double story, so in that case what will change? These equations will change, and then quantities will change. Those quantities you will have to convert in terms of standard units. So once that standard units are achieved, then you put the rate per standard unit and you will get the amount.